Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, children, yesterday we have discussed about the infectious diseases and the non-infectious diseases. Now we are going to recapitulate this topic, and then we are going to start about the antibiotics. The diseases which spread from one person to another easily are called the infectious diseases, and the small organism, we can say the microorganism which cause the disease, are called the pathogens, and the organism which spread the disease are called the vectors, means the housefly and the mosquitoes are the vectors, and the viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, all are the pathogens. So you can easily see in this chart the viruses like causes the disease: common cold, influenza, measles, mumps, chickenpox, AIDS, hepatitis B. And the bacteria is an infectious agent which cause the disease: cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, tetanus, anthrax, food poisoning. And the fungi cause the skin infections. And the protozoans cause malaria, kala azar, amoebic dysentery, and the sleeping sickness. And the worms causes the disease: intestinal infections and the elephantiasis. So the diseases which do not spread from person to person, one person to another person, are called the non-infectious diseases. So these are the types of non-infectious diseases, in which the first category is deficiency disease. Deficiency disease causes the deficiency of the nutrients and the hormones, for example, diabetes and the scurvy. The allergic second is the allergic. When the body is hypersensitive to foreign elements, it is the example of the asthma or the skin allergy. The third is the cancer. Cancer is the uncontrolled growth of the certain tissues. The next is the mental disorders. The depression and the anxiety occur in the mental disorder. Addiction means the addiction due to the alcohol and the drugs are the examples of the addiction. And the last is the degenerative, means the malfunctioning of the important organs like heart diseases. Children, you can easily see the infectious agents in this diagram. The virus, yes. All viruses, for example, live inside the host cells, whereas the bacteria very rarely do so. Viruses, bacteria and the fungi multiply very quickly, while the worms multiply very slowly in the comparison. Taxonomically, all the bacteria are closely related to each other than the viruses, and vice versa. This means that many important life processes are similar in the bacteria group but are not shared with the virus group. As a result, the drugs that block one of these life processes in one member of the group is likely to be effective against the many other members of the group. But the same drug will not work against the microbes belonging to the different groups. So this is the example of the staphylococci bacteria which causes the acne. This is the diagram of the leishmania, which causes, it is a type of protozoan which causes the black fever or the kala azar. This is the protozoan paramecium. This is the ringworm disease which is caused by the fungus. This is the ascaris, which is generally we are calling the roundworm. It is caused the ascariasis disease in the small intestine. These are the example of the antibiotics drugs, because they are commonly block the biochemical pathways important for the bacteria. Many bacteria, for example, make a cell wall to protect themselves. and the antibiotic penicillin blocks the bacterial process that builds the cell wall. As a result, the growing bacteria becomes unable to make the cell wall and die easily. Human cells doesn't make a cell wall anyways, so this penicillin cannot have such an effect on us. So the penicillin will have this effect on only the any type of bacteria that use the such processes of making the cell wall. So similarly, many antibiotics work against the many specific bacteria rather than simply working against one. But the viruses do not use these pathways at all, and that is the reason why the antibiotics do not work against the viral infection. So if we also get a bacterial infection along with the viral cold, taking the antibiotics will help. Even then, the antibiotics will work only against the bacterial part of the infections, not the viral part. So hope children, this topic is clear. If any query, you can write in query box. Thank you children.